Hello everyone, you're welcome to another tutorial on this channel. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I'll be showing us the process of cutting and sewing this beautiful halter neck dress. I used 2 years of vintage fabric to achieve this style and I totally love the outcome. So if you love sewing tutorials like this, why not keep watching and let's get into the video. For this tutorial, I have this fabric here. It is vintage and it is 2 yards. Although you can make use of African prints or any other fabric of your choice. And the first thing I'll do is to fold a part of it into two in a bias or triangular form, as I'll be cutting the front piece first. Here I have my fabric folded into two, and the next thing to do is to place my tape this way and mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches. Go ahead and mark half of your shoulder measurement and draw a straight line across. Next, I will measure my neckline. The width is 2.5 inches and the depth is 3 inches. Then I'll connect the points to form a round neckline. The next thing to do is to get half of your shoulder measurement, which we already have. And from that point, you come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then connect the points to the neck width this way. From that shoulder slope, we'll get the armhole depth. To get your armhole depth, you divide your round bust by 6, then you add 1.5 inches to the measurement. Now, our armhole line won't be this straight, but it will be slant, and this is because of the way our fabric is folded. And to get this accurately, just measure what you have on your shoulder line and remark it here. Then you connect the point into a straight line and also draw an horizontal line across, and that horizontal line will be the chest line. Now let's create the armhole curve. To do that, you divide your round bust measurement into 4, then you mark it on the chest line, and on the armhole line you get the midpoint. From that midpoint you go in by half of an inch, then you connect the points together to get your armhole curve. Now for this halter neck dress, the armhole and the neckline are not actually necessary. They will just serve as a guide to what we need. But if you want a simple circle dress, this is all you need. Just measure out your desired length and you are good to go. For the halter neck, I will draw a slant line from the armhole towards the neck area. So for that, I will come down from the starting line by 3.5 inches. You can choose to maintain the neck depth or go below that, just like I've done. It depends on how high you want it. The next thing to do is to mark the round measurements. Actually, the only round measurement we need is the bust, which we already marked out. You can add ease allowance if you don't want the bust area fitted. For me, I'm not adding ease allowance. I will just add extra 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I will measure the full length of my dress. I want my dress to be long by 38 inches plus extra 1 inch hem allowance. So I will mark 39 inches all through the hem, then cut it out. As for this side, it is going to remain this way because we did not use the waist or hip measurements. I'll go ahead now to cut here, but I won't cut directly on the line. I will leave ½ inch sewing allowance. And this is all for the drafting of the front piece. I'll fold another part of my fabric into two to cut out the back piece. For the back piece, I folded it the same way I did the front, but this time the fold is wider because the back piece will be wider than the front piece and the neckline won't be as high as this, but it will maintain this chest line. So go ahead and extend the chest line to the back. After that, you add extra inches to the side of the back piece. Remember, I said it will be wider than the front because there will be elastic. But if you don't want elastic added to yours, just cut out the same size for the back and the front. I added extra 4 inches, but yours could be more or less, depends on how wide you want it. I will also come down by 1 inch from the chest line of the back piece because I want it a little lower. But if you don't want yours that way, just maintain the straight line, okay? And this is all for the drafting of the back piece. I will cut on the line and also trim off the excess at the side. This is what the back piece looks like. When I insert elastic, I will get the actual size I want. and this is what the front piece looks like. The next thing to do is to start stitching. For the elastic that will be at the back, I'll need to create a casing for it, and I already cut out the piece for the casing. It's about 1.5 inches wide. Now you really don't need to cut out a separate piece for your casing. You can just add about 1.5 inches to your main piece while cutting. To stitch, I'll place the piece on the right side of the main fabric, then pin it all the way to the end. Then go over to the sewing machine to stitch this together with 1/2 inch, and after stitching, I will turn it to the wrong side, give it a double fold and stitch it down to create the casing, and your casing should be wide enough to accommodate your elastic. After creating the casing, the next thing to do is to insert the elastic. This is my elastic. It is 15 inches long, although I will be needing about 13 inches. With the help of a safety pin, I will insert the elastic through this end and pull it out at the other end. After pulling out your elastic, readjust it if you think it is loose, because it will not really be okay at your back. If it is, cut off the excess, then secure the edges with a stitch. This is what I have after securing the edges. The next thing to do is to work on the front piece. I already cut out the pieces for the strap. The width is 2.5 inches and the length is about 26 inches. To stitch, I will turn this to the wrong side and place one of the piece on it. The right side of the piece will be touching the wrong side of the main fabric. I hope we understand. Then I will pin it together and stop about 0.2 inch before the angle. And that is where I will start stitching from. For the second piece, I will pin it the same way, then go over to the sewing machine to stitch with 1/2 inch measurements. Here I have stitched the two straps to the main fabric, and the next thing to do is to stitch it down. So I turned my fabric to the right side, then turn this in with a double fold and pin it down. At the top here, I will also turn in the edges of the strap this way and stitch it down. And I will do the same thing at this other side. Now I will go over to the sewing machine to stitch this down and the remaining part of the strap. And I will stitch the other side the same way. After stitching the two straps all the way to the end, I will cross it on each other this way and stitch it together at this point. And this is what I have after stitching the two straps and crossing it on each other. The next thing to do is to join the back and the front piece together. So I will place the back piece on the front piece right side facing, and I will close the side. But before closing the side, I will attach pocket. Now I will mark where the pocket will be placed. From the top here, I will come down by 8.5 inches, then notch it. And from that notch, I will come down by 6.5 inches, which is the pocket opening. I will do the same thing to the other side and set it aside to work on the pocket. This is the piece for my pocket and it is folded into 4. The length is 9.5 inches. So from the top, I will come down by 6.5 inches, which is for the pocket opening. Then I will draw the shape I want my pocket to have and cut it out. I have 4 pieces here and 2 will be on each side. The next thing to do is to attach it to the place we marked earlier. The right side of the pocket should face the right side of the main fabric. Then pin the top of the pocket to the first notch and the hem of the pocket to the second notch. Then you stitch it down this way. You should have something like this after stitching. I will pin another piece to the other side and do the same thing to the back piece. Then go over to the sewing machine to stitch. And this is what I have after stitching my pocket. I did the same thing to the back piece, and this is what it looks like. Now I can join the back and the front piece together, and this is how I will join it. From the top here, I will stitch with 1 inch and stop at the pocket opening. Then stitch around the pocket with 1/2 inch and continue stitching with 1 inch all the way down. After closing the side, this is what I have, and this is what the pocket looks like. At this point, you can either tie your strap around your neck or join it to the back. I'll be joining mine to the back, so I'll pick one strap at a time and join it, and when stitching I'll make sure not to stitch on the elastic but on the previous stitch I made for my elastic casing. At this point, I'm pinning my strap to where I find suitable, and after pinning I will measure it to see if it is okay. From where the strap is pinned to the side joining, I have 6.5 inches, and I have the same thing at the other side, and I think I'm okay with that. So go ahead and attach your strap to where you find suitable. I will go over to the sewing machine now to stitch, and after stitching the strap I will stitch the hem as well. I will give it a double fold and stitch it round. Here I have stitched the strap, and this is what I have, and the strap is about 1 inch into the back piece. I also fold in the hem and stitch it round. And with this, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to, and I'll see you in my next one.